What's good, everybody? It's your girl Cuticle A, and I'm back with another nail tutorial. We're going to be doing this very cute and more on a simple side set with just a little charm and a little pearls. So I went in with my cover blush. That is a nude, more on the lighter side, with a silver, very fine glitter all throughout. It's a very pretty color from Young Nails. It is a cover. It is very opaque and can be used as a acrylic base, like I'm using it right here. So I love this color. This is one of my favorites. I'm also using my Young Nails monomer as always, and my brush that people ask me about is from Zule. I've had it for years, like 5, and it's hanging on by a thread, baby. Okay, she is kicking. It is a size 12 or 14. I have a 12 from him and a 14, and I don't know offhand which one this is. I prefer 14. That's like my perfect nail brush size. I'm a 14 type of girl. What I do want to note though is that you see how small of a cuticle bead I did. I put the bulk of my product for my press-on nails in my first bead. I usually only just do 2. In a regular set, I might do 7. Hell, I might do 7 in an acrylic set. But for the most part, my application is getting to the point of just a 2 bead. So I go in with my first one. It's the majority of my product. I'm taking it all the way down the nail, but I am leaving the cuticle exposed in an effort to not over saturate product in the cuticle area. That's how you get shrinking press-ons. That's how you get press-ons that fit before you start applying them, and now they are just like, the sizes are way off. The index fit, the ring don't. The middle fit, the thumb don't. You know, it's because too much product has been built up in the area where the application happens. So press-ons are not meant to be built in an apex. They already come like that. You just want to put a thin layer, but opaque enough so that it really lays flush from bead to bead, but you still want to put a very thin layer. So, you know, it's trial and error and it's practice that comes with it, but that's the idea that I'm going for. I'm going with my big heavy bead right here, and then I'm working it all the way down in one motion, and then I'm leaving just the slightest little bit. I'm thinning it out, and I'm leaving the slightest little bit so I could just go back and put a little bit to just get that opacity. Hopefully y'all understand what I'm saying, but basically do not do too thick of a bead of acrylic on your press-on nails. It will compromise the fit. That's basically what I'm trying to say.
Just turned down your avenue. I had to, but I'm mad at you, yeah. You always say I got an attitude, oh. Yeah, but that's you, you was acting rude. I had to ask you if you had a few, cause you always say I got an attitude, oh. Why you talking to me like you be like? Why you always wanna be right? Oh, I just need the time that you can't find. I just need to know that it's still mine. And the way that you can't say my name don't seem right. But I know when to go and to stop at the green light. Oh, I just turned down your avenue. I had to, but I'm mad at you, yeah. You always say I got an attitude, oh. That's you, you was acting rude. I had to ask you if you had a few, cause you always say I got an attitude, oh. So I'm the one that's out of place. I'm the one that's in the way. I don't communicate. I'm so spoiled. So I'm the one that need a break. Like you ain't stay in my place.
So now we want to go in and crispy up that free edge. I did use an E-file to get that moon cut, as I always do. That's just my preferred way to see duckies. I don't like the very harsh straight line right across, and it's all preference. And I have so many videos on doing that. But really, I only hand file my press-ons. I get that free edge, and then I just go in and buff the whole surface for the most flush result. If this was a set on a customer, because there is a glitter element within this acrylic, I would have capped it with clear, but these are my nails, so I didn't do that. But I suffered the consequences, and we'll see why. So here I am with my set. uncapped with clear. That charm I got off of AliExpress, and the color I'm using is from Jelixer. You can pause to read the color. And I got that from, actually it's 161 is right in front of my face, and I got that from local nail supply store, but you can get it online, of course. This base coat I should have did 2 coats of, and this is why I also should have capped. So if I wasn't gonna cap, I should have definitely at least did 2 coats of base, because the texture in the acrylic, even though it's a very fine glitter, y'all, it's like that sugar, real light fine glitter, but it's texturized just slightly. So I really struggled to get my French, and it took way longer than it should have. I'm using a liner brush that I got from Michael's, the craft store. It's just a regular art brush, but it works perfectly for doing nail art, and it is a 30mm. It's a very long brush, and I love this brush. I live and die by this brush. I use this brush in every video. So yeah, all that to say that when you're using glitter acrylic, even if it's a fine glitter, you should be capping if you're going to do any type of nail art especially. But I would just recommend always go over your glitter acrylic with a clear acrylic. But like I said, and I say all the time, y'all know I cut certain corners for my own nails, and this is my own personal set, just as a demo to what can be bought off of my site. All in all, it ended up being okay, but I really struggled, and that would have served me if I would have capped the glitter, or if I would have did like a double or even a triple base coat, because you just want a smooth surface when you're dealing with a French. It's literally the make or break of a design like a French.
Just turned down your avenue. I had to, but I'm mad at you, yeah. You always say I got an attitude, oh. Yeah, but that's you, you was acting rude. I had to ask you if you had a few, cause you always say I got an attitude, oh. Why you talking to me like you be like? Why you always wanna be right? Oh, I just need the time that you can't find. I just need to know that it's still mine. And the way that you can't say my name don't seem right. But I know when to go and to stop at the green light. Oh, I just turned down your avenue. I had to, but I'm mad at you, yeah. You always say I got an attitude, oh. Yeah, but that's you, you was acting rude. I had to ask you if you had a few, cause you always say I got an attitude, oh. So I'm the one that's out of place. I'm the one that's in no way. I don't communicate.
Pretty much 4 of the nails were French, so I didn't want to show you all of that repetitive motion. So after I did all 4 of the French, I'm using acrylic this time to put on my charm. Big charms with acrylic. Y'all know I'm testing out that Macart rhinestone glue. We gonna see. But this time I just went the old trusty dusty, and you gotta reinforce them sides, okay? You gotta get that acrylic up under every part of the charm that could potentially be lifting. Now let's go in for our double coat. Honestly, I struggled with the double coat because I did not do the steps prior. Would have been so much easier to do my double coat if I did the steps prior. But basically, you draw on your French, cure it, then a very, very thin, light layer of polish, same polish. And you want it to be so light, though, that when you put it on, you could see the smile line through. Like, look at my index point finger, which is the second finger to the right. You can see through where my smile line is. I had to go back even with my brush, and then go back again with my poly gel brush, which is what I'm using to carve out my smile line. That's this brush I'm using here. But you just want a thin coat, okay? It wants to be thin enough that you can still see the base that you laid before. That'll serve you a lot better. So did that, cured it, and you could do that 2 times, 3 times, whatever you need. When you're dealing with a very light color, you might have to go in 2 or 3 times. That's okay. So then I went in with my Macari rhinestone glue, rhinestone gel, excuse me. I'm loving this for small charms. And I just wanted to put a little razzle dazzle because it was just too boring. It was too simple for my personal liking. I still think this is a very classic set. I still love this design though, even though, you know, it's on the simple side. This is like how I would do simple. A little charm, a little razzle dazzle. And then we top coat, and then it's eating. She's eating. I think she's taking it. She's available on my site. And thank you guys for watching.